All right, settle in, because what I'm about to tell you, it's a story that chills you to the bone, even decades later. Imagine this, a fog-choked night, the biting wind whipping off the San Francisco Bay, and a silence so profound, it screams. But within that silence, a secret, a question that lingers, unanswered, to this very day. Did they survive? Did they actually escape Alcatraz? For years, the rock stood as an impenetrable fortress, a symbol of absolute confinement, a place where the worst of the worst were locked away, where escape was deemed impossible. But on the night of June 11th, 1962, that impossible became a chilling enigma. Three men, Frank Morris, and the brothers John and Clarence Anglin, vanished. Not just walked away, but vanished, like phantoms slipping through the cracks of reality. The first hint that something was amiss came the next morning. A routine bed check revealed something off. In cell B, 150, B, 148, and B, 151, the figures lying beneath the blankets were dummies. Lifelike, meticulously crafted dummies, with hair stolen from the prison barbershop. A cold, calculated deception. But how? How did they manage to pull this off under the noses of the guards? The atmosphere inside Alcatraz shifted. It wasn't just a prison anymore. It was a crime scene. A puzzle box, its pieces scattered across the cold, damp concrete. The guards, their faces etched with a mixture of fear and disbelief, began a frantic search. They tore apart cells, probed the shoreline, and combed the surrounding waters. But the men were gone. The first clue emerged, a makeshift raft, constructed from raincoats, found floating near Angel Island. A chilling testament to their ingenuity. But there was more. The discovery of a paddle, fabricated from scrap wood and life vests, pieced together with meticulous care. It wasn't a haphazard attempt. It was a carefully planned, meticulously executed operation. But here's where the whispers begin. The theories that swirl like the fog around Alcatraz. Some believe they drowned, lost to the treacherous currents of the bay. The waters around Alcatraz are notoriously unforgiving, a churning mix of cold and powerful tides. But then, why no bodies? Why no definitive proof of their demise? Let's rewind and really look at the how. Imagine the inside of their cells. The dim, flickering light, the constant hum of the prison, the sound of waves crashing against the rock, a constant reminder of the freedom that lay just beyond. They spent months, perhaps years, chipping away at the concrete wall behind their cells, using spoons and a makeshift drill fashioned from a vacuum cleaner motor. They created a hidden passageway, a tunnel that snaked its way to an unused service corridor. And the vent shaft, a crucial part of their plan. They enlarged the vent, creating an escape route to the roof. A narrow, claustrophobic passage, but a passage nonetheless. Picture the scene, the clang of metal, the hushed whispers, the constant fear of discovery, the sheer audacity of their plan, the calculated risk they took every single night. But here's the twist. The official investigation concluded they drowned. End of story. But that story, it doesn't quite fit. There are too many loose ends, too many unanswered questions. For instance, the discovery of a leg bone on Angel Island. It was never conclusively linked to the escapees, but it added another layer of chilling uncertainty. And then there's the testimony. A woman claimed to have seen men matching their descriptions in Stockton, California, years later. A chilling whisper of survival. Was it just a coincidence? Or a tantalizing glimpse of a life they had managed to build? Now, let's talk about the logistics. The currents of the bay. Experts have argued that it's impossible to survive those waters. But others, seasoned sailors, have countered, stating that with the right timing and skill, it's entirely possible to navigate the currents. And what about the evidence? The raft, the paddle, the life vests. They were rudimentary, yes, but they were functional. Could they have been enough to carry them to Angel Island? Could they have used the island as a staging point for a further escape? The psychological element here is crucial. Imagine the mindset of these men. They were hardened criminals, yes, but they were also desperate. Desperate for freedom, desperate for a second chance. They had nothing to lose and everything to gain. The sheer determination, the unwavering belief in their plan. Could that have been enough to push them beyond the limits of what was deemed possible? But here's where it gets truly unsettling. Years later, a letter surfaced. A letter purportedly written by John Anglin, claiming they had survived. He wrote of a life lived in hiding, of a promise made to their brother who had died in prison. He spoke of a life lived in shadows, a life haunted by the past. Now, I know what you're thinking. A letter? Anyone could write that. But the details, the specific, intimate details, they were unsettling. They resonated with a truth that was hard to ignore. And then, the photograph. A photograph, purportedly taken years later, showing two men, resembling John and Clarence Anglin, in Brazil. A photograph that sparked a firestorm of debate. Was it genuine, or a carefully crafted hoax? The FBI, they investigated. They analyzed the handwriting. They scrutinized the photograph. But the answers, they remained elusive. The case was officially closed, but the questions, they lingered. Let's delve deeper into the psychological warfare. The dummies in their beds. A masterstroke of deception. But it wasn't just about buying time. It was about sending a message. A message that they were in control, that they were one step ahead. The guards, they were humiliated. Their sense of security, their belief in the impregnability of Alcatraz, shattered. The fear, the uncertainty, it spread like wildfire. The prison, once a symbol of absolute control, became a symbol of vulnerability. And the timing? The night of their escape coincided with a high tide, a crucial factor in their plan. They had studied the currents. They had calculated the risks. They had waited for the perfect moment. But here's the cliffhanger. A piece of evidence, often overlooked, a small, seemingly insignificant detail. A family photo, found in one of their cells. A photo of their mother. But on the back, a handwritten message, a cryptic phrase that has baffled investigators for decades. Gone to see you all. Gone to see you all. Not gone to escape. Not gone to freedom. But gone to see you all. What did it mean? Was it a message to their family? A promise of a reunion? Or something more sinister? The theories, they are endless. Some believe they made it to South America, living out their lives in anonymity. Others believe they perished in the bay, their bodies lost to the depths. And then, there are those who believe they were aided, that someone on the outside helped them, that they had a network of support. But what if they never left? What if they remained in the shadows, living among us, watching, waiting? What if they created new identities, new lives, and blended seamlessly into the fabric of society? The psychological impact of their escape is undeniable. It shattered the illusion of absolute security. It proved that even the most impenetrable fortress can be breached. It planted a seed of doubt, a lingering question that continues to haunt us. And the mystery deepens. Consider the silence, the lack of concrete evidence, the absence of bodies, the absence of definitive proof. It's as if they vanished into thin air, leaving behind only whispers and shadows. But here's the kicker, the human element, the sheer audacity of their plan, the unwavering belief in their ability to succeed. They were not just criminals, they were masterminds, orchestrating a symphony of deception. And the question remains, why? Why risk everything for a chance at freedom? Was it simply a desire to escape confinement? Or was there something more, a deeper motivation, a hidden agenda? Let's look at the psychology of escape, the human drive to break free, to defy limitations. It's a primal instinct, a fundamental desire to control one's own destiny. And for these men, Alcatraz was not just a prison. It was a symbol of oppression, a challenge to their very existence. The escape was not just about breaking out. It was about breaking free. Free from the constraints of society, free from the chains of their past. They were rewriting their own narrative, defying the odds, and creating their own legend. But here's the final twist, the chilling question that lingers in the air. What if their escape was not just about them? What if it was a message, a warning, a symbol of something bigger? Something that we still don't understand. The silence, the unanswered questions, the lingering mystery. It's a testament to the power of the unknown. It's a reminder that some secrets, some mysteries, are meant to remain unsolved. So, I ask you, what do you believe? Did they survive? Did they build new lives? living in the shadows? Or did they perish in the cold, unforgiving waters of the bay? The answer, it remains elusive, a chilling enigma that continues to haunt us. But one thing is certain, the Alcatraz escape, it's a story.